my first model was just straight up like a self-insert Sona, like cartoonized version of myself. I was using Honk. It's like it can hear. It's kind of like how VRChat runs your Visemes, right? It knows what letter you're saying and it matches to an assigned image.
Welcome to Metaverse Degen. I'm Lion.
I'm Old Man Raptor, and folks, today we don't have one, but we have two guests going from left to right. They are...
I don't know my left and rights.
That's you.
Oh, shit.
I guess that's me.
Oh, me?
you.
No, Swindy?
Neither of us know. Hey, my twin!
I literally pointed at you from left to right.
Okay, so
Yes, you are too itty bitty.
Did you guys
Wow,
answer
this is going to be
ADHD thing?
great.
Yeah,
ADHD people have
Birthday
a
twins.
hard time with their left and right. So if you have a struggle and you're like my age, like you're 30, and you have struggle, don't worry. It's an ADHD thing probably. So get diagnosed.
It's not
But anyways,
dementia yet.
Okay. It's not dementia yet. Yeah, we're fine.
yet. What the hell? Just put all you have to do is put an L and an R on your hand. You walk around, people go, "What's wrong with you?" And I go, "Hey, I know my left from my right."
I do it
Fuck
all
you.
the time.
I'm about to get a tattoo.
I'm literally
on
walking
my
around. Whenever someone's like, "Do I take a left or a right?" I'm like, a left.
No, literally. if I'm a navigator in the car, and I used to be a bus driver too. So if I was in training to be a bus driver, and my instructor was, on my shoulder right behind me, and I'm like in the bus, and I'm like, you like take a left, and I'm like, oh, like I signal with my left hand because I have to check. I'm like, yes, this way, and I'm like, okay, we're doing it.
Yep, that's exactly me.
And they're kind of a little bit worried, but I did it right every time. I just like they were like, oh, you have to double check. I'm like, yes, but I will get it right.
That's so funny. But anyways, wait, okay. Before we go off too tangent, my name is Puppiwuppy. I am a singing artist hellhound on twitch.tv/Puppiwuppy. It's true, yes.
Oh.
It's your turn, Swindy.
It's my turn? Oh, I don't got that much going on. I'm just Swindy. I hang out. This is my best friend and birthday twin, and I make some art sometimes. I stream sometimes. Emphasis on the sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Very sometimes. Maybe like once a year if you're lucky, but she does her best.
It's like 2 weeks once a year. It's like a little event.
Fine. No offense, but
I'm trying to get Swindy to stream more. Honestly, I love Swindy, and she's being nice right now and humble. But honestly, Swindy is like one of the most bestest artists ever. Okay, she's really good at anatomy. She's constantly helping her friends with their art. We all go to Swindy for art advice all the time, like all the time. So Swindy
Sometimes I go
is
to
very
them
good.
And I'm like, hey, I got some advice for you, and they're like, not again. Not again.
Well, not me. I love it. I love advice. Tell me what I did wrong, please. So yeah, I love Swindy, and yes, I do believe that if you want to follow Swindy, she does not have a Twitter, but she does have a Blue Sky. It's Blue Sky Swindy XD, and also her Twitch is also Swindy XD. Yes.
True.
Oh.
Also, we're birthday twins. And she's also my sister wife.
Line.
Yes.
Can I ask you a serious question before we get too far?
Sure.
Did you get up the net? Did you get the ball, a little white ball, a little yellow ball in the net, and we'll play tennis? Because this is going to be a wild ride. Hold on, folks. It's going to get crazy.
Ball?
Ball.
Well,
Ball?
Ball? Ball?
I'll ask the first series of questions just to get things started. What are you known for? As you said before, how'd you get started and how'd you get into VR?
Okay, awesome. You want to go first?
No, I'm just thinking preparation.
Okay. See, you see what I mean though? Like if I start talking and you say something, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna let you talk. So if that's just a heads up, I will stop talking. Yeah. So that's like my thing. I feel so bad when I talk over people. Anyway, so I'm Puppiwuppy. I'll start because I know what to say. I'm an artist. I draw a lot of I guess like pinup art, I would say, if anything. I feel like it's very pinup. You think so? Yeah. I guess like poses. I like poses, not safe for work and safe for work art. I post most of my not safe for work art on Blue Sky. Honestly, I don't post my art enough, so everyone's always like, "You're an artist," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then I show them my VGen account, and they're like, "Wow, you have so many commissions." And I'm like, "Yes, because I draw." And they're like, "You're an artist?" And I'm like, "Yes." And it's just like a cycle. So I honestly recommend, if you are also an artist, just post your art. Okay, don't be like me. Just post your art. Okay, someone's gonna like it. Yeah. Also, I sing. I love to sing. I've been singing since I was a kid, and I got to do my very first. Oh, thank you. I got to do my very first VRChat concert during the VRChat charity event last November, and it was so nice and fun, and I had a great time, and I had a ton of scuff. Also, my computer at the time was not good, and so I was dying every second. But I had a great time, and I'm really appreciative to Manny Mansters, especially, for being the one to invite me to the charity event. I was never gonna even consider joining a charity event in VRChat until he came to me and he was like, "Look, Puppy, it's great." And I saw the cause and I saw the people that were doing it, and I was like, "This is a great idea." And so I said yes. As for when I started VRChat, it was kind of like around, me and Raptor were talking about his old ass PC, and he said that he has a 1080. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like the 10 series is when I first started getting into computers too. So after I got out the military, with all of my money I had saved up, my first thing I bought was a laptop, an MSI. And so I started using VR, or seeing VRChat, because of the YouTube memes with like the Ugandan knuckles and stuff, just to age me up as well. And I started to get on it, and I remember, like, I didn't really know what I was doing or anything, but one day I ended up at Japan Shrine, and there was a lot of really nice people there. A lot of them were from South Korea, and so I got to learn a lot about South Korean culture through them. And they were really fun people. So there's even like a few really old videos of me running around on YouTube from them because of their own content, like in Korean. So it's kind of cute. But yeah. After that, I just fell in love with the community, and I love going to like public world even once in a while just to see like what I can get up to. I think it's fun. So that's it. Swindy's turn. You have plenty of time to think.
Well, there's some pieces missing, actually, and the way that our stories intertwine. Oh yeah, that part of what started you in not only VRChat but into streaming as well was you ran into Mankey, who made this world.
But wait, that was like years later.
My husband. But
that was like years later. Yeah, I started.
Well, this is the start of my story.
Okay, but wait. I started going on VRChat in like 2016. That's when I got out of the military. I got out of the military in 2016. So that was like when I started. I didn't meet you until like 2021.
Something like that.
Oh, 22, I think.
I think 22. But anyways.
Oh, shit. Anyway,
the start of my story is interwoven in the moment where Puppy meets Mankey, right? So they meet in VRChat. They didn't know each other prior. And Mankey, you know, he's not the type of person that easily, like, latches onto people or, like, makes friends. It's kind of a rare situation that, you know, he would progress into like an actual friendship, because he's not that he's shy, but he's just kind of like, he's kind of a serious person. Quiet guy. He's a quiet guy. He's a little bit picky and choosy
until you get to know him, and then he apps.
And Puppy managed to become friends with Mankey, and he's a model maker. Obviously, he made this world, and one of her first models, or her first actual VTubing model, is from a gift from Mankey. He made a VRChat model for her that also became a VTubing model for her. And that's how I came into all of this, is that I had been getting interested in VTubing. I had started working towards making art specifically for VTubers. And I saw her low poly model. This is like 2.0, but I had seen her original low poly model, and I fell in love. I fell in love immediately.
Sorry.
I mean, whatever. The one that I saw you streaming with, I was like, oh my god, she's so pretty. That is such a cool style. Holy shit, I'm in love with this. And of course, like everyone, whenever they fall in love with Mankey's artwork, they go and they find who made this. And I found it. I'm like, do you take commissions? That's the first question he always gets. Do you take commissions? And he's like, no. And I'm like, fuck. And so I go on my merry way, and I don't think anything of it. But like I liked what Puppy was doing, and I wanted to become friends with her, so I started doing some art with her and interchanging, and then we discovered that we're birthday twins, and we just kind of go from there.
Let's talk about the art.
Yeah? The sharp tooth
The
art?
art,
I drew.
the sharp tooth. So like I have big old teeth. Like I love shark teeth, especially. I think it's a really cool aesthetic. So like the pointy teeth, kind of like big old things, right? And so the art that Swindy drew, it was literally like my teeth. Like my teeth, and it was awesome. And then it was like me with a big old mouth. And then Swindy also she's also a human. She has like a human persona, and her human persona has big old sharp teeth also.
But I got the big
that's
teeth.
like
that's like my trademark is that I'm a human, but like I'm trying to be a human. I'm not a perfect human. I'm a changeling that's attempting to be a human. So the features that people recognize as like cartoony.
Puppiwuppy.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying my best, but it's not perfect, and that's what I intentionally designed. Is like I wanted to make something that would pass, and you wouldn't really second guess it. And most people have no idea that I'm not just like a human in my lore or whatever. But I designed it to be intentionally a bit other because that's how I've always felt around people. Is just like a little bit other. I don't feel super included. I don't feel super like naturally inclined in the same way that everyone else is, and that's probably just neurodivergency or whatever. But that was the character that I drew with Puppi, and that's how we like kind of like I don't know, it's something that I found happens a lot for me. Like I'll draw me and the person that I want to be friends with together, and it kind of like manifests a friendship from that. I don't know, it's nice. But from there I went closer into my goal of becoming a streamer, and then I started to become closer friends with Puppi, and she brought me into her friend group, which I had always seen VRChat, and I remember the Knuckles memes, and I had at one point gotten myself an Oculus, downloaded everything, and then realized, damn, there is nothing to do here. And then I returned my Oculus, and I didn't have VR for like several years, but I was there like, I don't know, kind of close to the beginning. I like made like one entrance, and then I was like, fuck, I don't know anybody. I have no one to talk to. This is like boring as hell. Return.
Yep.
And so then much later, 2002, or not 2002, 2022.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's like 2022 or 21. I can't remember, honestly.
I think it was 22 because, well, it could have been 21, I guess. But I know that after going and becoming friends with not only you, but the rest of the friend group, I started to actually talk to Mankey. And remember, I had seen his work. I had talked to him briefly before. And so I knew of him. And I kind of had this like, sense of, he's probably not going to be too interested in talking to me. But I made the effort anyways. And we started playing games.
Also, can I add another point?
Started playing. Yeah, of course.
Mankey's also from New Zealand. So
true.
He's got a really crazy schedule. So it's like, we get to hang out with them when we got to.
Catch him.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, I just want to add that part in there.
So starting to hang out with that group in VRChat is kind of just like the beginning of where I am currently. And it's such an interesting concept that if Puppi hadn't been on VRChat at the time that she had met Mankey, and if he hadn't been generous enough to give her a model, then she wouldn't have been VTubing in the way that she was. I wouldn't have seen her model. I wouldn't have fallen in love with it. I wouldn't have become friends with it. And then I would never have met Mankey, who's my husband today. So it's just like this like chain of events has like impacted my life in like so drastically. So I may not be like a big name or a big figure or anything, but like VRChat has like 100% changed my life.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations on finding your husband here. That's actually pretty amazing.
No doubt. Pretty amazing. Big time. I've got a question for both of them, since they were going and everything else like this. Since you guys are both further along and everything else like this, has VR helped you in the real world in the situation where you're at now?
You want me to go first? Or you want to go?
If you'd like to. I mean, I think
I like how they throw each other under the bus before they get started.
Yeah, I feel like you go first this time because honestly, I feel like this connects to what you were saying.
Oh my goodness.
Quiet, get out of here.
Pumpkin attack.
God damn, I just got fucking beat to shit by a pumpkin, man. What the hell? Stay down there, bitch. I don't know. Get out of here.
Oh my god, it's warped.
Jesus,
Maybe I shouldn't have made that one. Maybe I should have made something smaller.
Fuck, I picked that up like it was nothing there. What the hell? My God, it scared the hell out of me.
It's a low calorie meal, so it's
Oh,
not
that's
too
yeah,
heavy.
cold calorie, and then what? My heart rate just up the fucking wall. No big deal.
I didn't say it was low cholesterol. I said it was low calorie.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay, I'll give you that.
But yeah, I think my answer is pretty simple. I think it's 100% like helped me in my real life because I come from like poverty, right? Like there were several times in my youth where my parents would try and set aside money to give to me, but ultimately that would be like turned into grocery money. Like it was never stable. I mean, it was stable enough that we were never like homeless, but like it was constantly a looming threat. Like that was always on the back of our minds as a family. And the last year while I was dating Mankey and integrating into this friend group, I had just gone through a divorce and I had moved back to live with my parents, and my job was to be a bus driver. So I was on the road like 10 hours a day. And it's a hard job. Like there's a lot involved. Like you have a lot of responsibility as a bus driver. Like you're not just in charge of driving. You have to maintain like a little bit of authority over the situation. Like you have to be someone
you're like a public
people
official.
can trust. A public official essentially, and that comes with a lot of different aspects, right? Like there will be conflicts, people causing conflicts in the bus, and you have to be alert driving and also managing conflict at the same time. You can't just pull over whenever you feel like it. You also have to be accommodating to anybody who has any sort of like mobility issues. So you have to get off the bus, get that wheelchair on, get them all situated, buckled in, tightened down, everything. And it's like a super dirty occupation as well, because you're just constantly in contact with the road. People are bringing in like dust and dirt all the time. So it's just a very stressful job and very like, I don't think it's a very healthy job because you're just sitting on your ass 90% of the time and you have no time to take care of yourself. Like you can't, like you have to be on top of it and like prepare proper meals for yourself, but that's just not me. I'm undiagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have ADHD because it impacts me so much. I just like all I could do was wake up, roll into my uniform, roll into the station, get onto the bus, do my little safety checks or whatever, and that was it. And then I would get something out of the vending machine. It was horrible. But like since being like in VRChat, forming the relationships that I formed, I'm now in a place where I am like totally like safe from having to like work like a dog to fucking make anything, because like that was not a well-paying job either. So I was never going to escape if I stayed, if that makes sense. So 100% being here in VRChat, taking the chance on people and forming relationships like that has 100% impacted my life in a very positive way.
Because like again, Mankey's from New Zealand, so Swindy's leaving like the small town in California and going to a completely different country to marry this man, that she met online.
Yeah, mail order bride.
Like in
Mail order bride. Oh my God! Wow, you went there. My gosh, I can't believe that was.
Ooh, green card.
Holy shit, you skipped a good time, honestly. So good for you.
This is great.
But yeah, I honestly, I remember bus driver Swindy, and yeah, it was really tough for her. And honestly, you were very brave for doing that, because I've driven public transportation before, especially living in New York City, and I've seen some shit. So, I can only imagine.
You wouldn't think it because it's a small town, but my town was crackhead town, so everyone on my bus was a crackhead.
I'm sure.
And like because like
especially like small towns, they get bored. So it's like, what do you do when you get bored? Drugs.
And the economy was so fucking depressed. We used to have a water park. They closed that shit down when I was a kid. Right? There's nothing for anybody to do anywhere. Like all of the entertainment things that you could possibly do were taken away because there wasn't enough funding or like some corruption or something was happening. But like, I don't know. I know some people turned a little bit evil when, you know, faced with this kind of like desperation, and they did not have patience for it. But like, you kind of, if you do it right, you have the opportunity to see people experiencing this as their daily life. They're really annoying to deal with.
It's
like
really
I
tough.
dealt with this every day, but like the reality is like it doesn't matter if it's annoying or not. This is their daily life. They're trying to live their life, and it doesn't like
Yep.
it doesn't matter what kind of attitude they give you. Like, it's not fair, it's not kind to respond with annoyance or inconvenience because they're like they have to use the bus. They don't have an option. And like, I don't know. This is kind of a tangent.
No,
I
no,
guess.
I get what you're saying.
It's
I get what you're
just-
saying. I get what you're saying. Exactly.
It's tough. It's real tough.
So I'm so sorry, but what was the question?
What was the question again?
How does VRChat change your life?
How is VR?
Has it impacted you
okay.
positively? Is that what it was?
Oh, like my
Yes,
IRL, like my IRL life as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
in real life, yes. What has VR helped you in real life?
I'm sorry, Puppi.
I told you I'm not
losing my
medicated today
shit, man.
either, so I'm also nervous about just going fucking tangent as well.
Today.
We're a little silly. We're a little silly. Okay, so so for me, I also kind of did not come from a very stable family background. I come from a military family myself. I lived but as well as my mom just being kind of impulsive. With her moves and stuff sometimes. I love her to death, love my mom, but she, you know, we moved a lot. We lived there like around or have traveled through around 14 states, Arizona being my last one now. It's my 14th. And I've lived in about double the towns, really. So like I went to like 7 high schools, 5 elementary schools, 3 middle schools. So like I traveled a lot. Okay. And over the years, the internet was like my safe haven because I'm a neurodivergent. Well, I'm a neurodivergent Black girl, okay, of Puerto Rican descent, all right, and I was living in some of the most not nice to Black girl states. Okay, I'm just gonna say it like that. Kansas being one of them. Kansas is not very nice to me. Okay, very unfriendly, very unfriendly, and so I felt like I struggled a lot with my self-esteem. I struggled a lot with keeping friends for a long time. I struggled a lot with meeting new people because I had such negative reactions to me as a person that, you know, you kind of just get self-conscious. It's like, is it because of what I look like? Like, is there something I can change about myself? And so this was something that I struggled with a lot. When I got out of the military, I was not in for very long, by the way. I was in for like a little less than a year. But when I got out of the military, they fucked me up. I'm actually, I'm on disability and everything. Like, it was not a good time when I was in. But so when I got out, I had a lot of money because I was trapped basically in fucking Fort Sill forever. And so the first thing I did, like I said, I bought a gaming laptop. You know, as a kid, I would kind of just use my little laptops that my mom would get me once in a while, and I would go on Facebook or MySpace, that kind of thing, and I'd play this little MMO called Grand Fantasia on my little dinky ass laptop. It was a little shitty anime MMO. I do not recommend playing it, but it was like my lifeline. Like, I was obsessed with this game, but it was because of the community in it, and because people didn't see what I look like. They were not judging me based on how I sounded or how I looked and stuff like that. And so it made me feel a lot more confident because when people just got to talk to me, they really liked me. Like, I was a little evil, but I was a little popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were like, oh my God, that's Puppiwuppy. And so like, I was a bit of a gremlin, growing up especially. But I like that feeling. It was like, oh, people really do like me. So it has to be something about what I look like, right? So when we moved to New York City,
she's beautiful.
When we moved to New York City, oh, thank you. But when we moved to New York City, it changed my entire life because this is like one of the most diverse cities ever. It's a melting pot. They call it a melting pot for a reason. You see everyone of any shape, size, color, whatever. Like, you see everyone, and they're all living together. And it's like, it's kind of funny because if you go on one part of the subway and you take the subway all the way down, you'll see how each community of people like changes as the subway ride goes on. It's so cool. I don't know. I thought, yeah, it was like a rainbow. It's really cool. I used to live in Coney Island on the last part. I've lived in all 5 boroughs, but I used to live in Coney Island. And my dad used to live in the Bronx in Parkchester. So it was like I would literally go from one end to New York to the other end to New York all the time. And I just loved that travel because I would see so many different kinds of people. And because I saw so many different kinds of people, this is before I joined the military also, but when I it was like my senior year, but before again, I had a lot of self-confidence issues. I wasn't sure people would like me, but because of how diverse I was, actually, like my style was different. I was very alternative. I was an emo kid, honestly. I was listening to My Chemical Romance and all that. Like Avenged Sevenfold was like my favorite band. But anyways, so as I was going from like the weird Black girl to like the cool alternative, turning into like a goth girl, you know what I mean? Like, and it was just like everyone was so nice to me in New York City. I had a lot of friends there, and it was like one of my favorite places to live. But at the same time, I also saw the struggles that Swindy was talking about, where it's like in Kansas, the schools were, depending on where you are, Junction City, not great, but Manhattan, Kansas, especially because of K-State being there, it's a really well-funded school. And so I got to see what a well-funded high school was like, where it was like, you had smart boards, there was MacBook computers, you had 10 different extracurricular activities you got to do, kids hung out at the mall after school, that kind of thing. It was like High School Musical IRL, where it's like all the little groups and stuff, the cheerleaders and the jocks getting together, the drama, the tea, and then New York City, it was like violence and gangs and a lot, the schools were not funded at all, so you had textbooks from like 20 years that were all misinformation at this point, had graffiti written all over it and and like falling apart. And then they didn't even have any kind of extra, there was no after school club except for like the anime club that was just kind of self-hosted, not self-funded or anything like that. There was no sports except for basketball and football in one of the schools I went to. But in the other school I went to, there was only basketball. And it was like in a really dinky ass, small ass gym with 2 balls. And one day, one of the balls got stuck in the ceiling. And so the school only had 1 ball left for the rest of the year. Like, it was bad. Like, it was like, I was like, holy shit. And that made me so fucking open-minded. Because in Kansas, I was like a completely different person. And when I moved to New York City, it opened my eyes not only to the struggles of other people, it made me very open-minded. It made me also very empathetic, And at the same time, I was able to be like, okay, this is the disparity of like how money can actually influence a town or a city or that kind of thing. And this is how people end up the way they are. So I think when I got into VRChat, finally, sorry, this is wrapping all up around, but when I got into VRChat, I think it was kind of easy for me to talk to people because I'm able to talk to anyone, really. I could talk to anyone. It's not going to mean that I'm going to agree with everything that person is saying, or like I'm going to, I can talk to you. Even if I don't like what you're thinking in your head, I can still have a conversation with you and it not escalate in a bad way because of the fact that I've been in situations where I had to adapt. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But so even like being in VRChat with like trolls and stuff like that, I would be able to talk to them like normal people, and then they would be like, actually, you're pretty cool. And then, so I ended up getting
anymore because they respect you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I think because of the whole thing where it's like people can't see what I look like, but they're liking my personality, it was really easy for me to make a lot of friends in VRChat when I first started. And then when I met Mankey and his friend group, it was Fluffy Cheeseburger, Sword Wolf at the time, Captain Noodles. Like, it was that whole little friend group.
There. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's Cheems actually. That's Cheems for me. That's Cheems for me. But for when I met them, I was like, I was kind of shy. I kind of just hung out with them at the time, like little by little. And eventually I was like, holy shit, this group is like really nice. They're also very diverse of a friend group. And I liked that. I liked how diverse all their personalities were. And so it made me want to hang out with them more. Now I did end up talking to Mankey a lot more than the rest of them because I felt like Mankey was a lot more, he's very smart. He's very sensible, and it's like, he's also he's a good listener. And for me as a yapper, you like listeners, you know what I mean? It's like your opposite. That's why I like Zach so much. He doesn't talk. He says like 5. He does have a hit. It's because of Tony. Anyways, I digress. So, so when I started to hang out with Mankey and them more, I just really liked them all. They were all so nice to me. And Mankey was like, I had like a little bash kit model that was really not good. Her toes were not connected properly. It was bad. And Mankey, yeah, her toes were fucked up. But Mankey was like, okay. One day I log on and I'm like, oh my god, I love your new model because he made the little chibis. It was kind of like these guys, like these little chibi models. But it was like they had like actual bodies, and I was like, oh my god, do you do commissions or anything? Can I get one? And he's like, oh, I don't do commissions. But then I logged into Discord one day, and he's like, Puppy, look. Psh, screenshot. I'm like, what? Is that me? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I could put it on your account. I'm like, oh my god, thank you. And so like he made me a little chibi model, and I wore that for literal like an entire year. And then he started making bigger models and bigger models and bigger models, and eventually we got to like where me and Swindy look like now, because he technically made both our models. Swindy's hers is like more edited by her now, but he really improved a shit ton over the years, and every time he did, it was like, psh, here, puppy. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you for the glow up with your skill. You know what I mean?
A blessing.
Yeah, a blessing. So we all started calling Mankey dad because he would make us all models, and so I call him my dad.
He's the provider.
And it's also like a VTuber thing. You know, like VTubers call their model makers their parents. So it's like you got the mom and the dad. Yeah. The mom does the art, and then the dad does the rigging or whatever. Yeah. So when I became a VTuber, with one of Mankey's models, it was like when VTuber was I think it was 2021, because it was like right after COVID and stuff, when people started getting popular, and I was already a webcam streamer at the time. Yeah, exactly. So I started seeing people using their VRChat models to VTube, and I was like, oh, Mankey, do you think we could try this? And he was like, yeah, sure, let me try it. So he started making VTube models for me, himself, and Tony. He never VTubed with it, but he was just like fucking around with it. So Mankey, he does that. He does that where it's like I show him something, or he like sees an idea and he's like, I'm just gonna try it. And he just does it. And it's like, how the fuck did you do that?
He's a mad genius.
He is. No, we're not just gassing him up for no reason. Like this whole world, like this shit's crazy. He just makes shit. You know those Cinti models? Like, he works for them. Like he's like popular. Like he does shit. It's crazy. We go to Worlds all the time and we'll see like anything that looks like a Cinti model, and we're like, Mankey did that.
Mankey, did you make this? And he's like, yeah.
Mankey, did you make this? Mankey, did you make this? And he's like, yeah. Any world you go to that has like Cinti models in it, Mankey probably put his paw in there somewhere, you know. But I'm going on a tangent again. But the point is that VRChat made me feel more connected to a community, while also making me feel accepted without my looks being involved. And I really loved that about it. It was really nice. And I felt very accepted by everyone. Of course, there's been a few trolls, a few racist people as well. You know, it happens anywhere you go. But the point is that I'm very grateful for all the friends that I have that have been so open-minded to me and been so patient with me as well as I grew as a person. So, yeah.
I think one other takeaway that's important is that give poverty a try.
Yeah, give poverty a try.
Become a more well-rounded
empathy.
Wow, I'll be right back. I'll try that in about 20 minutes. I'll be right back. Maybe I can go stand out on the corner.
Just go gamble it all away.
What are you doing? I tried poverty out. God damn it. Leave me alone. I just want to try this out on the corner.
It is crazy though, like coming from a place of instability and then gaining stability, you know, like that like shifts. You look back and you're like, holy shit, how the fuck did I live like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it changes people.
It does.
Cool. Well, I actually have a question for the both of you as well, since both of you do art as well. What got you started on that, and why do you still do it today? What are some of your favorite pieces?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you got it going. Oh boy,
there's a gold line.
All right, can I start this one real quick?
Real quick? Are you gonna give us the long version or the short version?
This. I'm gonna do a very summarized version of this. Okay, so when I was a kid in elementary school, I used to hang out with this one time in band camp. I used to hang out with this group of boys, and we used to play this game where we were all dogs in space, and we had a leader his name was Alex, and we would call ourselves the Arfies, and he would literally sick us on people and terrorize the playground. So there would be like the girls who were having like a tea party, and he'd be like, Arfies, our enemies, go attack, and we'd be like, ruff, 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 and we would go run, and we would kick all their shit over and be like, Arfies, save the day, yeah, and then we would like run back to Alex, and he'd be like, good job, everyone. I swear to God, it was so fucking funny. It wasn't funny. It was fucked up. I look back on it, I'm like, those poor girls, but it was funny, like, to look back on as I was doing it. I just kind of like hung out with boys a lot when I was growing up. But anyways, so the point is that I decided to kind of like take the game a little bit more further, and I started to draw the Arfies, right? I would draw what I thought they looked like, and I actually created a whole lore about them, where basically I would give them like these helmets that have like a gem on their forehead, and they would have like different kinds of tails and stuff. So I've always liked this kind of stuff. Like I've always so like I've always designed characters and stuff, and I've always thought that was really fun. So my mom has this art of her flying on a plane, because I think she was going back to Puerto Rico for something, and she left me with my stepdad at the time, and so she's flying off on a plane, and I drew myself as a sad crying Arfie in the plane in the sky, and it's like for me when I was like 7, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, how do you still have this? It's so funny to me. I used to draw so bad. But anyways, the point is that like I really liked character designing and stuff like that. So as I got into middle school, I started watching Hamtaro a lot more, because I had like a Hamtaro kick. So I would watch like YouTube part 1, part 2, part 3 episodes, and so I started drawing everyone as hamsters.
A hamster.
Everyone. I drew my entire choir class as hamster people, and I would design their hamsters based on like actual traits that they had as a human. And so people used to call me the hamster girl a lot, and I even drew because me and Zach met in middle school also. My boyfriend, the one that's sitting over there being very hungry, we met in middle school in 8th grade, and I'm pretty sure I drew us as hamsters holding hands because I had a huge crush on him. So it was just like a huge thing for me to just draw people as hamsters and to show their personality in them. You know what I mean? Like, this is you as a hamster, and I'd give that as a gift. Like, it's you as a hamster. You know, like that smiling friends thing. Yeah, like the smiling friends thing was like, here, Alan, it's me. It's a tiny version of me. It's a tiny version of you as a hamster. So,
and that's how you became a furry.
No, so actually I was in denial. So when furry started getting popular, I was like, I'm not a furry. I would call myself a Nico Mimi, and I would like, I have the ears and I have the tail, but I'm not a furry because I don't want to be a furry because furries suck, right? So I was obsessed with foxes at this time. Now, no more hamsters. Now I'm into foxes. I think foxes are so cool. But I would draw myself as like a human person, kind of like an adventure style, like Adventure Time kind of style, but it was like with little fox ears and a fox tail. Right? And then eventually I was like, actually, furries are kind of cool. And so I started to draw myself as a fox.
Wait, what kind of awesome ass I know?
Yeah, actually, furries are kind of fucking badass. But anyway, so I started to draw myself as a fox. So for a long time I was a fox, and I would draw personas for my friends. I even drew a few for my mom, trying to like figure out what I thought she was, stuff like that. Like I would just turn people into furries. Instead of hamsters, it's like furries now. Everyone's a furry. You get a furry. You get a furry. And so I would say character designing is still like my favorite kind of art to do. Honestly, like I've done a lot of personas. I did Zach's, I did Tony's. Where's Tony? I don't know where he is right now, but I've done a lot. I've done a lot of people's personas, and it's one of my favorite kind of commissions to get is like, can you design me a character? Because like I get to take parts of them and I get to put it into a little character, like a little sandwich, and I get to give it back and be like, this is how I see you, and they're like, holy shit, you see me so badass, and I'm like, yes. I love that. That's like a really cool reaction to get. But I also draw not safe for work art because I love big asses. What can I say? I also like a belly. Yeah. Bellies are cool. So, yep, that's it.
Yeah. And me, okay, so this goes way back. I started drawing when I was 2.5 years old, and I haven't really quit since then. I mean, I think the longest I've ever stopped drawing was maybe 6 months at a time. But it's been my #1 form of expressing like the stuff that doesn't really have words yet, because you know, as you grow up, you don't have like a full understanding, you don't have a full vocabulary, you're just kind of feeling, you're just kind of like in the moment, you don't really have a lot of tools to deal with what you're dealing with.
Oh yeah, my
so
angst art, holy shit. Oh my god.
Mhm.
I used to put my
Yeah,
persona through the
exactly.
fucking ringer. She was getting abused like crazy. I feel so bad for that old persona. I'm so sorry, old persona, if you see this. I apologize.
Rest in peace, old persona. But yeah, art was something that I was like, this is how I was learning about the world. It was coming through my eyes, in my brain, out my hands, onto paper. So I was drawing everything, people, animals. Like I used to do a thing with my friend, because we would be stuck in church for like hours, right? And I would pass her a piece of paper and I would draw like a little map, and then she'd draw a little character on it, and then we would play a video game on paper together. We would like direct our little characters around this
Like
little map
D&D,
that I made.
holy shit.
Yeah, we were playing
D&D
like
in church.
fast and loose, but we were like literally 6 years old. Like this is what we were doing.
Aww, that's really cute. It's probably better than what I was doing at 6, where I was kicking over girls' tea parties and shit.
I mean, I did a little bit of that too, but it was mostly kicking boys in the balls because they were attacking girls. I like rounded up our enemy.
You were our enemy, Swindy. We would have been fighting.
I was the warrior cats or whatever. I was actually super into dinosaurs at that time, so I was probably pretending to be a dinosaur or a velociraptor or something like that. So like I had rounded up a gang of girls and we were violent. We went around. There was one boy in particular who was harassing another girl. Like he was trying to kiss on her and stuff, and I was like, hell no. And so we started chasing him every recess. We would like swarm his ass and we kicked him a lot, and I feel really bad because I hope we didn't actually damage him, but in the moment
traumatized him. He's like scared of girls forever.
I was like, I think I was literally in 2nd grade. Like this is how young I was. I think I was like probably 7. I don't know. No,
honestly, I feel like 2nd grade is like a very violent year for a lot of people. Like people were just like, I also got kicked, and like randomly someone was like, "Can you feel this?" And they kicked me in my spot, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I did feel it, by the way. It hurts. It's not feel good.
When you're that age, you don't really know how strong you are, and you want to find out, right? Like you're on the warpath to figure out exactly how strong you are, and who's around? Other kids. So you start practicing on their asses.
You start and like Fight Club in 2nd grade.
And like the number one thing that as adults you have to tell a child around that age is don't fucking bite each other. Don't hit each other. Stop it. You be nice.
That's
like
true.
that is the number one conversation.
Charlie bit me.
You know what's funny? Her saying, you know what's funny when she says that? Can you imagine that 7-year-old kid going home? Mom, I need a nut cut for playground. Why? The girls are kicking me in the balls.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't know what the fuck to do with himself. We eventually left him alone. I'm so surprised that no authority got called on us because we kind of just fizzled out and stopped doing it. I think at some point I developed a conscience and I was like, maybe we shouldn't be kicking him as hard as we can in the balls every day.
Yeah. Damn, I'm really thinking about it, and honestly, yeah, like 2nd grade is like that was like when I actually had like a fight with another girl because we both had a crush on the same kid. And she was like, well, you're never going to have him because he's mine. And I'm like, we're fucking 2nd grade, dude. Like, who the fuck cares? You know, like looking back on it now, I'm like, what the fuck? I actually got kicked out of Girl Scouts because of that. But she didn't get kicked out of Girl Scouts. She started it. But I got kicked out of Girl Scouts. And then literally also that same year was when I got hit in the head with a rock because we were playing that game and then someone threw a rock at my head and I had to get staples in my head. No, it's why I don't. Ow! You see? But yeah, so I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but I think there's I think Swindy's onto something where it's like during that time of your age, you're just a little bit more aggressive for some reason. I don't know.
Shout out to all my 2nd graders. I hope life treats you well.
Hopefully there's no 2nd graders watching this, but yeah.
God, I hope not. Fuck, I hope not.
Well, since this is set for adults only, YouTube will have some things to answer if there are 2nd graders watching this.
No shit.
Actually, yeah. Shout out to my 2nd graders. You better click off right now. Go back to Coco Melon or whatever. Art has to go back to the original subject. Art has been like like it has always been like a source of comfort and also conflict for me, because like throughout school, like of course I want to keep drawing. That's what I do. It's like breathing. So like people would notice, and then they would be like, "Oh, draw for me," and I'd be like, "Okay," and then eventually I'd be like,
Oh my
"No, I don't
God,
want to do
yeah.
that anymore," and then they get annoyed with me, and so I get a little bit ostracized, and then sometimes people would just see it and jump straight to the "I'm jealous of you and don't like you anymore," instead of like having any sort of positive interaction. So I can't blame art for putting me in that position, but I did experience a lot of ostracizing throughout school. There's a lot of factors involved, like obviously neurodivergency is going to be a big one. I was in a religious household, which meant that I didn't have like contact with other people in the same way that everyone else was like going over to each other's houses and everything, like, so I didn't get the chance to form bonds with other people. And on top of it, I had this aspect that people were mildly impressed by, right? And so that was a threat. People would see that and
Also,
be like, "Oh,
same. Actually, same, because my mom, my mom at this point, she's a veteran with PTSD, so she like did not let me go to anyone's house or anything. She thought I was gonna get kidnapped or something at any moment.
my mom."
So she was
thought
also
that
raised in
too,
a very
big
sick household.
time.
So it was the same thing. Like I was not allowed to go to anyone's house. So I
I
do
wasn't
think
allowed
that
to
does
walk
kind
around
of
on the
like
street.
yeah, I think that makes it a lot harder to make friends as well, especially around that age, because that's like what people are doing. They're like, I want to go to Carly's house, and then it's like, I wish I could go to fucking Carly's house. My mommy won't let me. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I guess you're
Yeah.
fucking lame then. You know?
To be fair, when I was 3 years old, we lived in a duplex neighborhood, so there was like some landlord shit happening. And when I was 3, my mom yelled, "Oh my God, get underneath the table and don't come out." So I did. I had seen the movie Bambi. I knew when my mom tells me to go hide, I go hide, right?
Damn.
And she is looking out the window. She's got my baby brother in her arms, and she's freaking out. She's calling the police, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" I learned later in life that what she had seen outside the window was a full grown ass man, probably like 40, somewhere between 40 and 60 years old. I know that's a big age range, but I don't know. I'm fucking 3 years old. He's outside of our window, jerking it, right? He's like
What?
being a fucking freak
Oh.
outside of our little duplex. Like, this is where we live. There's no space. Like, there's nowhere to escape to. So she has me hide under the table so I don't see anything. And he's outside, either looking inside or looking at his reflection. I don't know what he saw.
Ew,
But
what a
it's just
fucking
my
freak,
mom
dude.
home alone
Ew.
with my little baby brother with me, and he's outside of our window in the middle of the shared big four-way.
This is my first time hearing this, by the way. That's
four
fucking crazy.
driveway. And like, you can kind of understand why my mom became a little bit more paranoid. She's always been anxious.
That makes a lot of
She's got some
sense.
kind of anxious disorder already. On top of that, she's like, okay, there is definitely a threat out there. I've seen it with my own eyes, right? So
Yeah.
but like,
yeah, that's
also
valid.
like, at a certain point, like, let me go outside. Come on, I want to go outside and play.
Let me just roll around in the grass a little bit. Speaking of, when I was a kid, I also had a stick stuck in my ear. It was crazy. 'Cause I used to roll around in the grass a lot. Whenever my friends would be like, "Want to play house?" I'd be like, "Yeah, can I be the dog?" Yeah, I was like, "Can I be the dog?" And they'd be like, "You're always a dog. Can't you be like the mom this time?" I'm like, "No, I want to be the dog." And I would like roll around the grass. So one day I was like, "Mom, I have ear pain. I have ear pain, Mom." And she's like, "What happened?" She takes me to the hospital, and they like do like the ear lavage on me, and then literally a fucking whole stick comes out. It was funny as fuck. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, next question.
But anyways, I'm still doing art today because I like character design too, and I like doing stuff. I like making things for people that they can use. Because I know sometimes people, I mean, like, obviously I faced a lot of like some of the jealousy that I saw in school and stuff like that, but like, I want people to make use of this skill that I have. I'm not going to be able to use all of it by myself. So I like to give things. I like to get in like contact with people and like collaborate and like make things that they can't, that will help them progress in their goals. So a lot of times I like working with streamers because they're like a bottomless pit of art needs, right? And like branding, style, like visual appeal, all of that stuff is so important for VTubers. And as they evolve their brand, as they go through it, like, I can be there to help like push it forward for them, to help them get that engagement that they need so that they can make their living. That's like really satisfying to me.
Wow.
And that's why I do art. And I also do not safe for work too, because that's fun.
Because we like big butts.
We like big butts, and we cannot lie.
True.
Oh. Now,
So that's the end of my story.
well, thank you for sharing. We'll lead into the next subject. That's both of your stream.
Raptor is like dying right now.
And I gotta watch Hey man, check out my ass. What does it say? Oversized load. Pull it right in there, Johnny. I got it parked right in the backyard. That reminds me of you two. God, oh my God. Hey man, will you see what's on that truck's ass? I don't know, but it looks good on somebody I know. Okay, but beside the point. What's the next question?
We dogs. We got them dogs in us. It's true.
Now you know why you're both furries. You know, one acts are going. I'm going around barking at people, man. It's okay, Mom won't mind.
Yeah.
Hello, friend. I hope you're enjoying the current video. We'd actually like to inform you that we do some other shows and content as well. We have a whole bunch of interviews from the Metaverse Degen podcast, which you can find over in the main YouTube channel or on Spotify. We also do a D&D actual play called Hold My L, which you can find on the same Metaverse Degen network channel as well as Spotify under Hold My L. If you're interested in either of those things, we create other shows and plan on making more in the future. If you want to check out our social media to find out when those new shows or other stuff we're doing is, feel free to go to metaversedegen.card.co. We have all of those links for you to watch. And we also have a Patreon over there as well, where we have been posting the pre-show content for Hold My L. So whenever like conversation or talk about things, maybe lore or whatever's going on, we post that over there as well. As well as we every once in a while pull stuff back from the vault from episodes long gone that are no longer on the channel. We'll post them every once in a while over there. Like for example, we have the old one where the first ever episode we pulled the raptor on. But we'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to those who have supported us over at Patreon, such as Exotrix, Rosen, Aliquum, Future Oracle, and Forbidden Zero. And we can't forget Knockbee. Thank you all so much. You're amazing, and enjoy the rest of your video.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay until I pee on the floor and she rubs my nose in it, and then I got problems.
Oh no. Say it ain't so.
No, I'm not.
So, what got the both of you into streaming, and what were some of your first streams like, and how have you evolved over time?
You want to go first this time?
Sure. My first model was just straight up like a self-insert Sona, like cartoonized version of myself. I was using Honk. It's like it's kind of like how VRChat runs your Visemes, right? It knows what letter you're saying and it matches to an assigned image. And I had made my blinks backwards, and I thought that was really fucking funny, so I just left it that way. So my eyes were closed majority of the time, and when I would blink, they would open for just a second. And what got me started on streaming was actually like a challenge from my ex-husband. He was like, if you wanted to make content, you would have already started making content. If you wanted to do commissions, you would have already started. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, actually. I can do it. So I was kind of just like a little bit out of spite, of like going forward and being like, yeah, I can actually accomplish these things. Like all of it was mostly just a hobby for me. And he was kind of giving me shit for letting it just be a hobby instead of like actually making something out of it. I think he just wanted me to make money or something, which whatever. But it did push me into looking around and seeing like what niche could I actually pursue. And I started seeing VTubers and I was like, art is something that I can do. And they're using art to stream, and I like that because I don't want to be on camera. I've had dysmorphia my whole life, so I don't enjoy being captured on camera. Like, it's not a pleasant experience for me.
Which sucks because Swindy's so cute.
Oh, thank you. But it's always been a struggle, and so VTubing is like a very clear answer to that. And of course, everyone is gonna joke and be like, you're just a fat chud. Of course you're a VTuber.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's so interesting and cool to be able to have absolutely the entire universe as your canvas of expression, of your self-expression, because anyone can like make an outfit for themselves to express themselves, right? Like, like clothes are like a number one way of expressing yourself. And VTubing is like kind of an extension of that. Like you can choose whatever aspect of your personality that you want to express. And because I'm an artist, I could do that every day. I could make a new model for myself and like just keep it low key. And I could express something different anytime I want to. And that's kind of what I ended up choosing, is that I would stream when I felt like it, and I would make whatever model I felt like making to represent the situation or what I was feeling at the time. So I actually have like a pretty big catalog of different things that I've made for myself and for other people, that has like evolved over time, and my skill has gone from pretty good to really pretty good at this point. And I feel like streaming has been such a source of growth personally, because it's so challenging to stream. It's so challenging to try and keep your thoughts like presentable, to make something that resonates and interact with people and not feel like you're wasting people's time or anything, right? Like starting from a place of low self-confidence, going to a place where you're like, yeah, I can actually go out there and like conquer. I can actually go out there and have meaningful interactions with people. I don't think so. I think you can grab my hair.
Sorry, it's bouncing around. Sorry, I wanted to see.
Is it
so sorry. No, a little bit. That's okay. That's okay.
I got you.
I'm not looking. No, I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
Got you. Look. Boom. Simplified.
I was just like, it's just like bouncing around. I was like confused. Oh, sorry, go on. Sorry.
It's like when you have like a little booger dangling.
Yeah, basically.
I was gonna say she wants to put it in her mouth. Give me that bitch.
You know when you like, you see like your friend has like a piece of hair or something, like, can I fix that for you? You know, it's like that. Like I was just trying to like move the star back for you. You know, but
you know, a little something in your eye. Ow.
But yeah, I'm sorry. You can continue your story. Teehee.
No, you go ahead and share yours. What keeps you streaming?
Right.
What started you and what keeps you?
Oh, thank you. Okay, so for me it was Twitch Sings. Twitch Sings. So Twitch had a little project. A lot of people don't know this, but around 2020, it was like COVID time. Twitch had a project where they created a different program for people that like to do karaoke. And what they would do is that they would create their own backtracks, and people could stream karaoke with no legal issues as long as they were streaming through the Twitch Sings app. So with the Twitch Sings app, you could have like a little avatar that you could dress up. You'd get points and coins, and the more points and coins you got, the more you can update your avatar. Growing up, especially when I was in my time in Kansas, I had a stepdad that was really, really into the game Rock Band. So we would do like little Rock Band jam sessions. I would be the singer or the drummer, and then he would be the guitarist, and sometimes my mom would be the singer and I'd be the drummer, right? But because of it, I really loved that kind of like game where it was like you sing, and the better you sing, the more points you get. And that's what really got me into singing, actually, was Rock Band. When I saw Twitch Sings, it just made me really nostalgic for those times. And so I instantly downloaded it. I started playing it. I started singing. The cool thing about Twitch Sings is that they would be able to create a duet that would be a pre-recorded song, and then you'd be able to join the duet by singing with the recording, and with their webcams would be on and stuff in the recording. So you could actually see them like as well, like as they're singing. And so I met a really awesome Twitch Sings community at the time. My name used to be Soul Angry, because Soul is like one of the names I use for my persona, and I just thought it was kind of like a funny play on words, like, oh, she's Soul Angry, you know. I'm like, oh, she's so angry all the time. It was kind of funny because everyone was like, actually, you're not very angry all the time. And I was like, I feel like I am, but whatever. But that was like always the comments I got. They'd be like, you're not angry. I'm like, you don't know that. But
you just made me angry.
But yeah, people would like be able to host these like Twitch Sing parties where a streamer who was streaming would basically have an open lobby where people could come and they could actually join and sing songs, and you would take turns singing and stuff. So I started streaming, playing Twitch Sings. I would join parties, and I actually got to affiliate in like about a week or two. I think it was a week or two. Yeah, actually, I think it was 1 week. And I had an average about like 5 viewers of people that would just come watch me sing all the time. I was a webcam streamer at the time, though. And then COVID kind of made me insane. So one of the last things I did as a webcam streamer was I shaved my head live. And I remember some random person came in and they were like, "Why are you shaving your head?" And I was like, "I just felt like it." And then after that, I stopped streaming and I rebranded as Puppiwuppy. And now I wonder if that person thought that I just fell off the face of the earth after that. I had like a Britney moment, but it wasn't like a real Britney. I actually did just want to shave my head. I felt like it. Like I just think that's so funny. Like the last thing you saw of this streamer is her shaving her head, and you're just like, what the fuck happened to that person? Like, are they gone?
God damn, the white truck's out front, and the padded cell is waiting for her with a coat with her name on it. There it is.
Yeah, literally. It's really. They're just like. Though. They're like, "Dude, last night I was on Twitch and this person shaved her head and now she's not on Twitch anymore. Her name isn't the same. I don't know where she went. Did she delete her account?" No, I just became a VTuber. I became a VTuber. So, yeah, I took a break. I took a break from streaming for a while, and then when I started seeing VTubers, I think a lot of stress as a webcam streamer was, again, I was very insecure with how I looked and stuff. So I'd like, do my hair, do my makeup and everything before I started streaming so that I would at least look kind of presentable to myself anyways. So I think when I saw that VTubers don't need to do all that because you just need a webcam and a model that tracks your face, I started looking into that immediately, and that's when, thank you. And then, that's when Mankey did the thing, and I became a streamer. I do want to say one of my biggest achievements from Twitch, my Twitch Sings days, is I actually did win a really big Twitch Sings competition hosted by the streamer named Felicity. And I had this partner, and he honestly did most of the heavy work. But what he did was he made a mashup of different songs over one instrumental where all the songs match that same instrumental. And it was such a fucking cool cover. It's somewhere. It's still on YouTube somewhere. It's super old now, but that was like one of my biggest things. So I actually like ended up winning with him, and we both won like this like actual Yeti sponsor set and everything. It was really cool. But yeah.
Ooh.
Ever since then, as a VTuber, I've done my own talent shows twice now where I've hosted them. I feel like I was really inspired by that, honestly. I haven't done another one just because my life has gotten so fucking busy since then.
You had to change jobs. Like there was a lot going on in the past.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. And my job now, it's like I'm basically working like freaking. I go to work by 7 and I leave by like 6 sometimes, or like I'm home by 6.
Big long day.
So. Yeah, I have a really long day. So it's like I don't really have the time to plan the things that I want to when it comes to streaming. So I'm very, very much a part-time streamer at the moment. I don't stream full-time. My numbers go up and down. I'm not going to be hitting Twitch Partner any soon just because I'm so busy all the time. I'm tired, busy, but I do love to create content. And I love streaming. My community is so nice. My community is a bunch of... my whole lore, basically, the Hellhound thing is basically like I have an army of little stray dogs that like me because I gave one of the stray dogs a chicken nugget one day. And so as I go back to hell, at the end of the day, like, gotta go back home. And the cult doggies is their names. They miss me so bad that they want more chicken nuggets so bad. They are like, we need to be like the holy one that got a chicken nugget. So they constantly keep summoning me. They make little summoning circles and they just summon me for fun chicken nuggets. And then I go back. I'm like on a timer. I have to go back to hell so I don't get in trouble. But they won't stop. They won't fucking stop summoning me. I'm trying to just do my job, they won't let me. Yeah, so imagine you're just like walking around, you're just like doing your daily tasks, and then out of nowhere you go, like, where the fuck did she just go? And it's like, I have to go straight into the cult doggies. They need me. Yeah.
I got a question. I got my famous question for both of you that I usually ask. If somebody that you do not know come up and asked what you basically do, whatever you decide to throw, asked, I want to do something what you're doing, what advice would you give them, not knowing them from Adam? What would it be?
I'm a very literal person, so I'll probably start with the basics. Get a nice stream setup, keep it simple. Make sure to interact with your audience. You talk to them. You don't wait for them to talk to you. You keep on talking. You fill the empty air. You do something that you enjoy, that's easy for you to manage, because streaming is really hard to do 2 things at once. You have to keep track of what people are saying. You have to keep track of what you're doing. So you need to pick an activity that's fun for you, that's engaging for you, because at the end of the day, you could stream whatever you want. You could try and follow trends, but if you want to keep streaming, you have to do what makes sense for you.
I think to add on to that advice, because honestly, I'd probably say the same thing, but to add on to that advice, I think making friends. Like, I think community in Twitch is really important. And I think Twitch has a lot of tools to help people that you care about, like their cause, like rating, for example, shout out system, streaming together now. Like, that's a new one that they recently did, started like a few years ago now. But there's a lot of tools to help people, you know, that you care about. To help them grow. So like for me, when I like to try to rate into people that have lower numbers than me at any time, even if it's like 10, I have 10 viewers, I will stream into someone that has like 1 or 2. Basically, like I like to stream down. I like to rate down. Like I like to rate smaller people, because to me, I'd rather help someone that is trying to grow than to, like, you know, put those numbers into something that's already big, if that makes sense. I like to help the little guy. And when I first started streaming, that was like, I mean, even still now, I do like to help people a lot. So there's been a lot of things that I've, not like charities per se. I've done like only the 2 charities, the VRChat one from last year, and I also did one for a veterans charity event. But I honestly, like, I'd rather help someone individually than do a charity, if that makes sense. Like, yes, charities are important, okay?
Agreed.
But I think that it is more manageable for me to take someone's like one thing that's happening and to be able to help raise money to, you know, help them kind of get out of that. Because growing up, like, me and my mom didn't always have that, you know? So it's like, I feel like if someone had just seen what she was going through and like really tried to help her, we wouldn't have struggled as much as we did. So to me, it's like I'm kind of giving back, especially now that I'm in a more comfortable place. So like things I've raised money for, I helped someone take another class of college because they had failed that year. I helped 2 friends that were literally hungry, about to get kicked out of their home. I helped someone raise money for a new computer. Like it's things like that. Like I'll take little things and I'll be like, okay, we're gonna raise money for this person. One of my friends got deported recently, and I helped him raise money for his first few months in the new country he was back in. He never really was in there, you know, like that. So he didn't really have like any kind of you know, income already there. So I was just like, here goes some starting money. My community helped raise that. And it makes me feel good too, because again, like I'm helping people that I care about, or I'm helping, you know, friends. I had a friend whose her switch battery fucking exploded recently. And I was like, I'm just going to fund that. Here you go. I'd rather just like help people individually than do like a big thing. But I did like the charity event that we did last year. I feel like that was really cool. And you know, it was done by Mr. Koos and stuff, and like they didn't have any kind of experience doing something like that in VRChat, and they were just like, let's just fucking do it. And I think that's fucking awesome. And like, good for you.
Actually did it. They got it done.
Yeah, they fucking did it. That was awesome. That was great. Shout out to Mansters for being the one that raised the most money that one too. Yeah, he was doing his fucking best. He was doing his best. I love Manny. That's my baby. That's my baby right there. I'll protect that man with my life. That's your man.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
If you do want to get into streaming, or I guess content creation, or to be an artist, what Puppi said is absolutely true. You don't want to do it alone. I'm sure someone could do it alone, but you don't want to. And I think that a slippery slope that you could actually get yourself into is the idea of networking. I don't think I would ever recommend to somebody to network. Because I think it's so much more important to remember that you are real. You're a real human being on planet Earth, and you are going to live the rest of your life. You're not. Yep. You're not intangible. You're not intangible, right? Like, you're portraying an intangible character. Whatever. You're a real human being, and you are interfacing with real human beings, and you have to keep that in mind in order to form genuine connections. You know, work under the assumption that your words, your care, your attention does have impact. Because again, a lot of us come from places of low self-esteem. I know I personally have had thoughts like, you know, like, people don't care about me, they don't care what I say, so it doesn't really matter. And it's not that I was going out of my way to say anything hurtful, it's just I wasn't accounting for the fact that I can be encouraging. I can be uplifting. What I do say does matter to people, even if it's just one person. Even if it's just one person that hears me, like they're going to feel some impact from me, and I have to give that some weight, right? So when you are trying to go in this direction and you want to be a streamer and you're dealing with the intangible a lot, try your best to make sure that your mindset is in a realistic place. Don't let go of the idea that your actions have impact on other people, and try to make that a positive interaction. Keep in mind also that the way that other people are acting and talking are going to impact you. So it's okay to be picky. It's okay to filter out who you want to be around.
Yeah, you do not need to be friends with every single one of your chatters. That I have.
Yeah, don't be
like
chatters.
Oh my lord, dude. Yeah, I love my chatters. Okay, I love my community. I love them. But I do have like a big boundary where I don't add chatters. Like if they try to add me on Discord, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I appreciate you for supporting me. I appreciate you for hanging out in my chat and stuff. But I just have a boundary where I don't add chat. And it's because even though, yes, you spend a lot of time with them, you know, they're in your chat all day, sure. It's very easy to develop a parasocial relationship with someone like that, you know what I mean? And it just doesn't end well. It just doesn't end well. It's like, you know, they realize that you're not actually your character, you know? They're like, oh, wait, you're not actually a fucking god from space that is like, I don't know, shoots beans out their butts. Like, it's like you're a real person. Yeah, you don't actually live in hell. You're not an actual dog. Yeah. What the fuck? You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's a tough conversation to have once they realize that like the character that you're portraying isn't who you actually are. You know what I mean? For me, wait, hang on, before I lose this thought, I'm so sorry. Okay. For me, I have this problem, especially, and Swindy definitely knows this, I have a problem with being a bit hyper vigilant and being a bit blunt. Just not the trauma dumper. I have CPTSD, which is like part of that. It's like, you know, because of the trauma that I experienced in my real personal life, it has affected the way that I communicate with people in a very negative way sometimes. And it is a fear that I have because, you know, since you are hosting a community, that means that, you know, it's a lot of pressure to make sure that the way that you're presenting and what you're saying and like how you're talking to people, especially ones that are in your community, I feel like that's very precious. Like you have these random strangers who are trusting you to lead the community and keep it safe from other people that might have like ill intent. You know what I mean? Yes, like you have to really make sure that you keep those things. And I think that's hard. That's hard as fuck. So it's like that is one thing to keep in mind. Like if you want to become a streamer, you're not gonna be just thinking about your stream and your content. You're gonna have to think about how you want to, you know, keep your community safe and how you want to hold them and you know, be there for them, but don't be parasocial or you know, or fucking allow parasocialness. Yes, don't sacrifice yourself. Like, know your limits, okay? You don't have to be friends with every single body. You don't have to be friends with every single body. And that was really tough for me too. And like Swindy knows, like when I first started streaming, especially, and I started to first grow, I had that problem real bad where I was like, oh my god, I want to be friends with this friend, and then Swindy and everyone was like, Puppy, we miss you. We miss you, Puppy. You're never around. And it's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have a lot of time as it is. And I'm like trying to be friends with everyone. So like, I was just stretched really thin and it was like tiring me out. So I had a conversation with my therapist. And I'm like, therapist, I'm having this problem. I want to be everybody's friend. And the therapist was like, and she said, stop. You shouldn't do that. Yeah, she was like, you got to stop doing that. You have to pick and choose. Like, you got to pick and choose who's going to be in your circle, who, you know, you got to keep your circle. You know, you can have friends, but like keep your close circle small. And honestly, I feel like that helps a lot. It's like I have my close friends, you know, I have 75 wives now. I have 75 now, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. But I have 75 wives, and I keep Swindy and Chicky, Wawuchi and Skolmut. They're like in my little wife group at the moment, and we know they're like my closest circle of friends. We talk every single day in that group chat, like every single day, and we tell each other everything. And they're like the safest people that I know, where it's like if I feel like I need like genuine advice, or if I need someone to tell me that I'm wrong, I can ask them and they will be so honest with me and say, Puppy, that was wrong. And I'll be like, okay, thank you for, you know, helping me realize what I did wrong and how I can change and be better. And
it's honestly, a place of accountability. We all do the same.
Yes. And it's tough because, again, like, especially with how fast a Google document can come out at any any fucking time. All right, you can have one bad instance. It just takes one bad instance for somebody. It's adding another pressure that I feel like VTubers didn't really feel like they had before. Where it was like, you know, when streaming VTubing on stuff, you would see a little document, a little twit longer here and there. But now it's like literally for anything wrong. And as someone again who's like neurodivergent, you know, I could be a little bit blunt. I could be a little bit too honest. Okay, I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I try so hard to be not like I try so hard not to like just say what I think would protect me and what would protect you and would protect us. You know what I mean? Like I try really hard not to be like that, but I know I slip up, and so I think that it's a lot of pressure, and it's kind of like it kind of stops me sometimes. Like it's like I almost don't want to become more popular because I'm scared. I get scared. I'm just like, if I fuck up, I got all these eyes on me now, and one of them is fucking praying for my downfall. You know what I mean? Like it's a fear as well. So I do think that kind of like what Swindy was saying, don't think about it as networking. First of all, think of like make friends. That's exactly why I worded it the way I did. Make friends. Don't network, because again, you're not a brand. You're a person. You have your experiences as a person, and when you're networking, it makes it seem like you're using people, which is fucked up, by the way. Don't use people to fucking grow. That's so mean. And I just think that honestly, if I were to give advice to someone who wants to start streaming, I say don't start streaming. Don't start streaming. Don't do it. Don't do it. Fuck streaming. Fuck streaming is the worst thing ever.
Well, it actually, I don't know. It can be a really good tool for your personal growth, because like something that a lot of people will recommend if you're having trouble with like your emotional state is journaling, like journaling. And sometimes streaming can be like you're just gushing your thoughts out loud. I would spend a lot of time just being absolutely quiet. Like you wouldn't think it. I'm being such a yapper today, but like there would be a large portion of my life where I'm just totally quiet. I'm thinking all my thoughts internally, and streaming asks of you to say what you're thinking out loud. Fill the empty space. Your thoughts do matter, and you should say them out loud, and you shouldn't be like, I don't know if I should say that out loud, because what if they don't care? You know, like that is not something that you can do when you're streaming. You want to express yourself, and that action, that activity is something that will kind of force you to grow up a little bit. Like you kind of have to like get out of your shell a little bit, and I think that's a positive aspect. I think something also that you can kind of like boil it down to is like people will also say like keep it real, but they never explain what the fuck that means. So for all my autistics out there, you have to like actually keeping it real means you have to be unafraid to say what you're thinking and feeling out loud, and trust that you will be received in a positive manner. And if you're not received in a positive manner, you're allowed to either correct that. You don't have to let that negativity change your mind. Keeping it real means that you are holding on to your identity, to your thoughts, to what keeps to what you feel and think about the world around you and about the people around you and the situations. And instead of being like, maybe I should change my mind, sometimes you have to be like, no, I know that what I'm thinking and doing is not wrong. I'm not hurting anybody, and I don't need my mind to be changed. Like sometimes it comes down to something as simple as, you know, like someone will try and heckle you and say, oh, that's not cool or that's not funny. Sometimes you really just need to say, no, I am fucking funny. I am cool. Like hold on to yourself. Don't let it slip away. That's what being real is.
Unless you actually said something wrong, then say sorry. Thank you.
Well, yeah, but like, if you said something wrong,
sorry.
Oh,
I don't know.
That was me
that's
being
the
so
case,
literal.
I'm
That was
fucked.
me being so literal.
If that's the case, I'm royally fucked then.
Honestly, as someone who like works with older people, I work at a senior clinic. I feel like older people just gotta get a pass. Like, yeah, they're gonna say some crazy shit, and I just kind of just like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
It's about forgiveness.
So you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, Raptor.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. You actually know how, yeah. Hey, so hold on, folks. I'll go get the walker and the wheelchair. She's going to push me around. Go. Too bad the cliff's here. Don't worry about the fan.
Yo, we should
Yeah,
get
don't worry about the
get
downhill
asterisks
drop.
to get you a wheelchair on your avatar.
No! No!
Actually,
Kind
it's
of a
not good for
bitches.
seniors to use wheelchairs. It gets their muscles not as strong.
That's
right. It's
gotta
be the walker,
I'm
A
sorry.
Keep walking.
walker.
That'll be the
Yes,
walker.
a walker.
Hey, if I get one, I'm putting mirrors on it and a horn. Fuck you. I want to make sure I get passage.
It's got to have the
know,
tennis
something
balls.
that I've always thought about
Yeah, the
is
tennis balls.
when I get old, I want a cane. I want a cane so I can poke people. I remember talking to some old people like that. They were like, you know, the best thing about being old is that I got a cane that I can poke people with.
That's funny.
Cool. So we'll ask the last couple questions before we start wrapping up, if that's all right. First one's just
Yeah.
the names used in VRChat. Where did you get it, and why do you still use it? The screen names.
Oh, okay. I want to start.
Yeah, I can start. So Swindy is actually short for a username that I created when I was interacting with Drawpile. Drawpile is a shared Canvas app where you can, you know, draw alongside anyone else from that's connecting to the server. So Swindler was my name, or actually, sorry, Swindles was my username there. And I hung out there long enough, and I was really lonely at the time. I didn't have anyone that I felt meaningfully connected to. I was going through like the bad part of my marriage that I left, right? And so I was yearning and like seeking some community. I was kind of being a little bit self-deprecating because I felt like Swindles, like I was wasting time. Like I felt like I was not a good person at the time, and so I was kind of expressing that in sort of a deprecating way, like
like Swindy,
like,
swindle,
I'm Swindle.
swindiferously. I see.
yeah, exactly. But like from Swindles, people on that draw pile that are still my friends to this day, they shortened that down from Swindles into Swindy, and it became like a little nickname. And for a long part of my like internet, you know, activity, I had never really settled on a name that felt like me. I kept trying to come up with different things, you know, mixing things around at a bunch of different ones, but I would keep them for maybe a year and then or less even sometimes, and then I would move on to something else and I'd try and reinvent it. But Swindy felt really perfect. Like it felt like it encapsulated something for me. It's like kind of a nonsense word, but it holds a little piece of my past. It has like kind of a ring to it. And so I've carried that forward. That became my VTuber name. That became what I started posting on Twitter when I used to use Twitter. I haven't swapped since then, and it's been like before 2020, right? So it's been a while now. This is my longest standing name.
Yeah.
What do you think, Puppy? Where's your name from?
I think your name's awesome. That's what I think.
The dementia's hitting. What's your name from?
Wait, what about the XD part?
Oh, the XD
That comes
part?
in
I
later
used to
after you pay your 50 cents.
I used to go on. I really wanted the name Swindy on Twitch. That's actually kind of a funny story. I tried to get my name Swindy on Twitch, and they're like, "No, you can't have it. That already exists." And I'm like, "What? This is my original, unique idea. No one's ever thought of this before. How can this possibly be?" So I like search and I'm like, "Where is this Swindy or this so-called Swindy?" And I find them, and I'm like, "They've got like 10K followers. All they do is play Valorant. What? This sucks." So I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll name myself Swindy Sucks because I'm so mad."
Swindy sucks forever. That was so funny.
Swindy SUX. And then like for a long time, like maybe 2 or 3 years, anytime I would raid into anybody who didn't know me, the first comment that I would always get is Swindy sucks. I don't think Swindy sucks. That seems kind of harsh. I don't think you suck. You're probably really nice. And that would just be every time I interact with anyone, and I'm just over here like, it's not. That's what it means. Whatever.
They don't know the Lord. They don't know the
They don't know
Lord.
the Lord. They don't get it.
But that's so funny because that's like such a troll fucking name. Like to be like take someone's name and be like Puppiwuppy eats ass, and it's just like that's their Twitch name.
Exactly. Well, and I did actually drop in when he was streaming live one time, and he was like, "Oh, I saw you follow me one time," and I got kind of scared. I thought maybe you were a hater, and I was like, "No, I'm not a hater." Anyways,
That's so funny.
That is so funny.
He's like, holy shit, I have a fucking hater. I'm gonna cry tonight.
Well, lightweight hater, just on the surface.
Just a little bit.
Like
just a
eventually
little...
I had a super brain blast. I'm a millennial if you can't tell, but I decided, like, since everyone's gonna complain about me being Swindy sucks, I'll change it to Swindy XD, because XD is like the face that I'm constantly sending. I feel like not a lot of people use it anymore because they look at it as kind of like a cringe thing because it's a millennial thing or whatever.
It's cringe.
I don't care. I'm free. I'm cringe and I'm free.
Prefer catfish. I like the little 3 with the
you hate
dot.
Cats. Yeah,
I do.
I love that face.
But the cat face.
XD has a special place in my heart. Like that. Like when. Something that I've carried over in all of my models that I've created for myself is that when I smile, my eyes close fully, because that's true to life. Like when I smile, like I smile so big that my eyes close. And so XD has always felt like really personal to me, because like it's, your eyes are squinted shut and you're smiling and laughing so big. So I smashed that on the end of my Twitch handle. So it's Swindy XD now, and I feel really official.
Yeah. I think it's a lot better than Swindy sucks also, because again, it's like a very negative.
Yeah.
I gotta watch my mouth, because I could say something so bad.
Oh my god!
I could go down that road.
Where's that pumpkin? I'm smacking him.
You gotta beat me with it.
I'm putting him inside of it. Sloshing him around.
Oh, fucker's gone now. What the fuck? Don't put me in a pumpkin. I've been in worse places. I guess pumpkin wouldn't be too bad.
I mean, if you exist on VRChat for any amount of time, you've probably been in worse places.
Shit, bro. We were literally in a world yesterday that was just a fucking urinal place. Like, it was just like a male's bathroom.
Yeah, we were in the men's bathroom. Oh, I walked in there, first thing I said was, ooh, boy smell, ooh.
Boy smell, cooties.
Yuck, why the floor sticky like that, though?
But,
Hey, mom got out, didn't mop this part of the floor. How do you know? Because it's still sticky. You can still get it. Fuckers won't put the toilet seat down, assholes. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, for real. But for me, for Puppiwuppy, it started, I used to play a lot of Second Life. And for a long time, I went as Soul, like Ice Sunfox, I think it was, for a long time. And then Second Life added a little thing where it was like you can change your username, like with if you like paid money, they would like release a username for the month. And so the one that it was changed to was Doge, like the Doge coin. I didn't really know about Elon Musk and stuff at the time. So anyway, I changed my name to Smole Doge. I just thought it was funny. And after that, I started to really like to dog sonas more, and I started actually making a first rendition of what my current persona looks like based off of the name. And then I started playing a lot of League of Legends. And my friend, at the time she was named Uwu Bunny, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to be Uwu Doggy, Uwu Puppy, Uwu Puppy," right? And then at the same time, I was also playing Final Fantasy 14. And I was a Lalafell because I like to be the smallest race in any game because I'm short IRL and I feel like I could be immersed if I'm the shortest in the game, right? So, Lalafells in Final Fantasy 14, they have a naming convention where the name has to match, like it has to rhyme, the first and the last name, and you get a first and a last name. So I got Puppy, and I was like, but wait, what if I put an I on it? And Wuppy, because it was a meme, but also because it rhymes. Like, people be like, Puppiwuppy, oh my god, small little Puppiwuppy. And so I used Puppiwuppy, and I liked the name so much that when I decided to start VTubing, I changed my name from Soul Angry to Puppiwuppy, and I realized it's not taken on any fucking platform, and so I started taking it on every single fucking platform, and now I'm Puppiwuppy.
Yep.
And on Discord, I have the original puppy name. If you look at it, if you look at my Discord, Puppi, people were fucking trying so hard to add me and be like, can I have your username, please? I'm like, no, I'm Puppy, it's me. But at the same time, I do sometimes kind of regret my name choice. Sometimes I do love being called Puppy. It's really fun. I love the name. I love the name Puppy. It's like, I don't know, I just like, yeah, I'm a little dog, it's true. But at the same time, being a furry, Puppy is a nickname for literally every fucking canine in the fandom. So I'll be in a room and someone will be like, Puppy, and I'll be like, huh? And then like all the fucking femboys will also be like, huh? And it's just like, oh. I don't know which one you're talking about. So I'm always like Puppy with an I. Like you have to specify the I. That's what helps me. If I'm like in a Twitch chat or something, and you're talking to me and you don't spell my name with an I, I'm gonna ignore you. Like it's not on purpose, but it's just because that's how I recognize myself.
That's
in a Twitch chat full of furries. Yes, literally. But anyways, I love my name. I love being a Puppiwuppy.
The puppy is
Also, I really like the cute but scary aesthetic. So I like having a cute little name like Puppiwuppy, but I like being a hellhound, like my big old mouth teeth and all that stuff. I like the horror aspect of something that can be cute. I think it's like a really fun aesthetic for me. Like I like a gloomy bear who's like a little pink bear from like Japan. The creator's named Mori Shack, and I've been a huge gloomy bear fan for fucking ever. Since I was an emo kid, literally. And the whole thing is that it's a cute bear, but he always looks like he has blood running out of his mouth and claws, but it's actually pomegranate juice. And I just love that. I love that. It's like, it looks like blood. Sometimes it is actually blood because he beats the shit out of his owner, but I love that he's so cute and pink and adorable, but it's like he's covered in blood. I don't know, something about that. It's just so, like, I love him. He's deadly. Yeah, he's scary. Love him to death. But yes, that's it. I was wanted to add that part.
Oh, well, thank you both for answering that. That's pretty awesome ways to get a name. And the last question is the avatars you're using. Where'd you get it, and why do you still use it? Anything about it that means anything?
Mankey! Shout out Mankey _dog on Twitter and Blue Sky and TikTok. You can watch his old TikToks. It's Swindy's husband. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's my dad.
His old TikToks, they're cute. Mankey has a secret ability to pop off, and he doesn't use it very often.
He does whatever the fuck he wants.
Post, everyone's like, "Wow, that's a Mankey post! Oh my god!"
But he doesn't give a fuck. Like he doesn't care that he could be super popular if he wanted to. He's doesn't give a fuck.
He's the most nonchalant man on the planet of Earth.
Yeah, we love Mankey. We're like all his biggest fans. Honestly, we constantly are. We talk so much about him, but it's because like again, like look at this fucking world, dude. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's gorgeous. It's amazing, and he like made it. Yes. Swindy helped him with it too.
Make no mistake, like we will gas him up, but like I really feel like it's deserved. Like I don't feel like I'm being facetious. I don't feel like I'm saying something that isn't earned. Like he sometimes people are literally just that goated. I don't know what to say. He's just kind of the best.
Yeah. Ooh. It's why I really wanted to somehow get him shouted out. So if he wasn't going to be here in the podcast, at least let's do the recording in his world so that people can check out more Mankey stuff. Because honestly, he deserves the support. He really does. He's awesome, and he's a really good friend to have, and he's really creative, and everything he does, he can learn. He can learn it in like a day, and he'll become a master of it. It's fucking insane. I don't know how he does it really, but I think
to stop glazing him, sometimes he do learn things in one day, and then you ask him, "How did you do that?" He's like, "I don't fucking know," and then he doesn't do it ever again.
Or if he makes you something, like my model had like a hole in my face, and I was like, Mankey, when I make this face, I have a hole in my face. He goes, well then don't make that face then. He does that all the time. I'm like, okay, well fuck me, I guess. Yeah, he's like
can't worry about that shit. You got sand in the hole. You don't have to worry about it. It's like, you know that saying, can't put sand in a rat hole because it doesn't fill. It just goes somewhere.
But I can't complain, the model was completely free, so I love Mankey though. He's really sweet. He's really funny. But I feel like I was very lucky to meet him because again, like Swindy was saying earlier, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got to meet Swindy, and she's my best friend. Yeah. We're literally birthday twins, both of us born November 2nd. And we both like big teeth. and we both like big ass, and it's just like we were just like made for each other, you know. Like she's all yellow and bright like the sun and the stars, and I'm like all edgy and shit like the moon, you know. Like we're like. I love that kind of aesthetic also when it's like the cutesy like cutesy bright person and like a little like emo like goth bitch. I love that shit. Oh my god.
Well, thank you both so very much for coming on Allow Us to get to know you. It's been an absolute pleasure being able to speak with you, so thank you very much.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. Thank you.
What the fuck?
What the fuck you want for me to say? What the hell do you want me to say? I come up with all rude shit.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting individual. Lion Turtle 21 found this time. She's like messaging Lion later. Don't ever invite them ever again. Don't ever.
That's when I invite them back again and don't tell them they're coming.
That's right. Like both barrels. You just pull the trigger and hope you get both of them. Yeah, I know how that feels. Been there, done that one.
Listen, if you hate empty air and you hate silence, you know, just like ask us to sit in a room together and problem solve.
Real. We'll just be yapping about literally everything and everything under the sun. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone in the audience wishes to find you, where would they go to find you?
For me, I'm Puppiwuppy. Like I said, I'm basically all socials. Puppiwuppi. I even have some art posted on the E website. You know, the E with the numbers. You know, the furry one. Yeah. I got some art there. Yeah, everywhere. Even for Affinity, I don't post on it as much anymore. Instagram, Twitter, blah blah blah. Twitch is my main thing, though.
Yeah. I haven't been on Twitch for a minute. Because they banned me one time. I think somebody reported
Oh
my
my god, that shit was so funny. Sorry, it wasn't.
I got a 1-day ban because I think maybe there was like okay, so here, let me set the scene, right? I was showing off. I hadn't streamed in a couple of days. This was my first day back, so I was showing my chat what I had been up to. I was like, look at this cool character design that I did, and it was like a sketch, right? Like no detail, just some lines. And it was a monkey character that I was designing, and you could see her nipples, but they were just straight up a circle. Just a circle on a body.
That's all you needed.
I think that's what got me. So I think someone, because I'm such a small streamer, I'm a nothing nobody, and I think somebody was in there, and I think they hit the report key.
Someone definitely fucking reported you.
There's been caught that.
There's been so many times I've actually shown Not Safe for Work art on stream, and I even drew like a Not Safe for Work art piece like on stream. But like what I did is I instead of drawing like the pee
with a sandwich,
I made a sandwich. I drew a sandwich where he was like holding his pee, and I did not get banned. I've gotten like warnings, you know, like because honestly I got rated in by my friend, and
1-day ban.
I've never gotten a ban, but I did get a warning one day because Neon, I think, rated into me, and one of the Twitch moderators, Wolfie or whatever, was in his chat. He rated in.
Oh, and he was like,
and so when he saw what I was doing, I was like, changing what I'm doing. I got everyone, how's it going? You know, like, I was like, I'm just fucking around. No one's gonna see me. I'm a fucking small streamer. But I honestly do wish that Twitch would let us just fucking draw Not Safe for Work art on there. I remember that one day where they like allowed it and everyone fucked it up for everybody else, but it would be so fucking awesome to not have to go on 10 different platforms just to do all kinds of content.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't been on Twitch that much, but I am Swindy XD there. Twitch.tv//SwindyXD, and I'm the same on Blue Sky, Swindy XD. That's where you see me the most. I'm kind of in a slow phase right now. I got a little bit burnt out, but I'm helping some of my friends with some different projects in the background. You know, working on some different things, and I'll post when I feel like it. How about that? When I feel like it.
Well, again, thank you both very much. We'll be sure to have all of your links down below for people to find and click. And if you're on YouTube, down in the description. If you're on Spotify, it's in the Spotify episode description. You go a little farther for it, but it's still there. And with that said, I'll hand it to you after to end it off. You know the thing.
You got it. No matter what you do, folks, in VR in this situation, like Puppy over there, hopefully if something has been drawn and it's not in a hot dog bun instead of a sandwich bread, you might get somewhere in this game, and it's great that people like them are here for us to be entertained, and we love it all the way. But watch out what you do. Just make sure your sandwich is where it's supposed to be. Just be careful. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
I was an adventurer once, till I took an arrow to the knee. Owie. It hurts so bad. Mom! Mom, I took an arrow to the knee! I was an adventurer! What happened, Mom? Damn, Mom's not home. Mom's not home! I forgot the key, and there's no mat to put it under. Maybe it's under here. Maybe she put it under the... melted the bitch in the fire. Well, that hurts. God, I'm a loner. Adventurer is my situation. When you take an arrow to the knee. But too bad it didn't hit me in between the toes. But it made me loopy, though. Are you a god? Oh, wow. I know. I'm not even at the right house. That's why.